Hello, everyone. It's 10 a.m. and we can start with our webinar. Thank you all for joining this webinar, where we will cover the topic that named Unleashing Data Potential regarding key updates for Tableau product. My name is Ante Kuštra. I'm a sales manager here in Poslovna Inteligencija, and with me is my dear colleague Burag, who is sitting in Salesforce office in Dublin, which kind of makes this webinar as an international, and this is why it will be held in English. I hope that you are all okay with this. The webinar will also be recorded, which I have to announce, and all of you will get the recording with our follow-up emails after this session. So I hope that it will be useful for you, it will be interesting, and that maybe we can work also on some higher level after you hear the news from Tableau. Okay, what we will cover is first, what I will cover is a topic and say more about Poslovna Inteligencija. Some of you work with us, some of you don't. After that, Burak will give the brief overview about Tableau with some introduction. After that, there will be new versions and Tableau Einstein, which is really great feature, great product. Tableau Einstein demo. I don't think that most of you saw this, so I think also that this will be interesting for you. And then we will have a small Tableau quiz interactive session where you can win some prizes from us, and so you can make an effort with your answers. Also, this is it. So let's start. And also one last thing before we start, you can ask questions right when you think that if you are interested in certain topic that me or Burak will talk about. Some questions will be answered right on the spot, and some of them, if they are maybe more complex, or they need to be checked before sent, will be sent to you after this webinar session. So we can start. Poslovna Inteligencija, I said, company profile. So for you who don't know, Poslovna is a data analytics consulting company. What we do is we deliver solutions and products that help our clients to manage their data successfully. And by becoming data-driven, they can discover new opportunities, new potentials within data, and they can make better business decisions and drive better results. Some key facts about Poslovna is we are on the market for over 20 years, 23 years to be exact. We have offices around Europe, so which makes us also a global company. More than 180 employees, 100 plus clients, satisfied clients all over the world, and more than 250 successful projects that we've handled so far, and the number is really growing rapidly. As said, we are trusted advisor for end-to-end analytical solutions, and there are two types of services that we offer. One of them is strategic consulting and advisory services that covers data strategy, AI strategy, data governance, maturity assessment, data and analytics discovery, and modern data architecture. Also, some concrete data and analytics services and solutions which we provide from the beginning to the very end is data governance, advanced analytics, data and analytics solutions, and also data migration. So if you are planning to maybe move to Salesforce as your CRM, and if you need data migration services, trusted data migration services, Poslovna can be a key partner in that process. Why companies choose Poslovna Inteligencia? There are several main reasons, and one of them is we provide the comprehensive scope of processes. That means from consulting, design, use case, catalog, to the very end, to the delivery. So there's no need to go anywhere else. Poslovna Inteligencia can cover the entire process. Our approach is really client focused, and it's perfectly aligned with your unique business needs. So for every business we can adopt, we are expert in basically every industry branch, and we can cover your special needs that you have. As said, we cover various business industries, and so we are experts in that, and we can help you whether you are working in retail, manufacture, finance, or telco, or any other industry branch. We have a proven track record, which kind of makes us really reliable partner. Also partnership with global technology leaders such as Tableau, such as Salesforce, and I will say more about Tableau and our partnership, which started back at 2013. Entire this time we have continuous growth, both in revenue and the number of licenses. We are approved partner for for 17 countries in the wider European region. We have more than 2,000 active Tableau licenses sold, and we have respectful partnership status within Tableau community and Tableau group. This is just to show which are some of our key partners, some of our key companies and clients that we work with. Some of you can recognize your own companies here. So that means that we cover various industry branches and various technologies that need to be covered and need to be set. Also, like every big and responsible company, we really try to contribute to the community. So our co-founders founded the Bird Incubator that was founded in 2021, which is basically the incubator for European startups focused on AI. It's widely recognized. It has an international scope, joint venture partnership, really huge and wide partner network. And one of the most important thing is top-notch mentors that the startups really can learn a lot from them. So that is basically it from my end for now. We are now moving to Burak's session and his Tableau presentation. Once again, you can ask questions and we will try to answer them. And after that, please try to answer a few questions that will be in the quiz. Burak, you can share now. I will stop sharing.
Thank you very much, Ante. It was a lovely entrance. I appreciate that. My name is Burak Peksezar. I am the Tableau consultant, Tableau account executive for the whole Adriatics region, which is actually the best part, I would say, in Europe. So I'm just going to share my screen. Second. Ante, could you please stop sharing?
Sorry, Burak.
No worries. So can everybody see my screen?
Yes,
Okay.
we can see it.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Look great.
Thank you very much, Ante. I appreciate that. You look great. Gorgeous.
Thanks, Burak. You too.
So let's proceed. We actually have a very busy agenda today. We are going to cover what is new with Tableau, some of the basic stuff just as a refresher. After that, we are going to see Tableau's new AI components as well. And finally, we are going to have a demonstration on them. It sounds exciting, I know. And last but not least, we are going to have a little funny quiz for you. I hope you are going to enjoy it. At the end, we are going to have the Q&A session. However, if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to ask me. My job is to make sure that you wouldn't have any questions on your mind at the end of the sessions, but rather curiosity and enthusiasm about data as well as Tableau. So let's proceed. But first of all, I would love to thank you for taking this precious time that you have. I know that you are all busy people. Time is the new currency these days. And for taking the time and being here today. Thank you all. So let's not forget that Tableau as well as Salesforce is a public company, meaning that every single feature or thing that we are going to discuss today, they are available today. Any business decisions that you are going to make it with the available information that is publicly available today. So our brain works with vision. We love actually vision. It is the thing that awakens the perception, the thought, the insight, as well as the emotion. Our seeing is actually working 5 times more than thinking. What am I saying this? Because in the end of the day, we are visual animals. If I would ask you, how many dots do you see here? It's simple to answer. There are 9 of them. But what I would ask is, how many 9s do you see here now? Do we have any answers? Any answers coming to the chat? The reason is actually 12. 3, 6, 9. It's actually harder to select. This is why it's important to have that visualization to actually see how many 9s do we see immediately. And let's take it to the business context. If I would tell you which region grew the most, what would you say? All these numbers, they don't tell a story. They don't say anything. How about when we do now? Now we have a story. Now we know that West has started slow, but went all the way up. East, steady growth. Central, not so much. And then we can actually take the necessary precautions. The data is great, but it's actually visualizing it that brings the insight. And when we actually do again, in a simple manner, this beautiful report that we prepare, without actually the necessary visuals, again, even with just highlighting them, they still don't tell a story to us. And we need that kind of a story to be able to make the necessary decisions, don't we? So just to double check, this actually looks good. It actually tells us something, right? It says that the rubber bands are not doing very well. They're not selling as much. Bookcases, we are not actually having any profits with them. In all regions, it's actually going backwards. Whereas chairs and chair mats are actually going up. So binders, they are not doing that bad. Spoiler alert, we are going to talk about binders a lot today. So just saying. But when we actually put them in a context, this is actually what makes sense, doesn't it? So this is why we are spending, and I'm sure that you are spending, and you are spending all this time and effort to create so many reports in the shape of these analysts that you have, IT people that you have. You create all these data connections, data lakes, reports, spending hours. But in most cases, when it comes to the business side, if it's not visualized, if it doesn't tell the story enough, then the necessary actions are not going to be taken. That means all this hard work could be for nothing. This is exactly the point that we want to prevent. Analysts are spending hours. It is actually part of their job. It may be the main job, creating those reports, selecting the right numbers, putting them into right places. But when we are transferring it into a business user, and when the business user is not making use of that data, I'm sure that you could all relate. What's the point? Then is all this hard work, do you actually get the results? Not only for financial reasons, but I'm sure that for your own satisfaction as well. There is a gap there, doesn't it? This is what we want to prevent. This is what Tableau is very, very good at. Because for this kind of reasons, for making sure that all your time and your money is actually taken its worth, you need a tool that is interactive, a tool that is smart, that is helping you to create all this data and beautiful visualizations. Can we give you a variety for all these beautiful graphics and colors and visuals? And at the same time, contextual, giving them the story so that the business users can adopt it and can use it, not only on the top level, but at all levels. What do I mean by that? The most organizations, when it actually comes to this, they struggle with trust because all this data, is it going to be in a safe environment? Is it going to be out or not? Access, can I keep it on cloud? Can I actually keep it on premise? Where can I do it? And the impact, meaning that all this work, does it actually generating any business impact, whether it comes to revenue or whether it's the cost reduction or being more productive. And I can tell you that when it comes to Tableau, it is actually powered by Salesforce. It is world's number one, the most safe and secure platform. It never had a major outage or problem in its history of 25 years. When it comes to access, Tableau is cloud agnostic. That means you can use it on premise, on your own server, you can use it on cloud, you can put it on your private cloud, wherever you want, you can actually use Tableau. And finally, at its impact, Tableau is across all the solutions of Salesforce. It is the solution that pays for itself in the quickest pace. Again, I want to highlight, Salesforce has over 20 products in its portfolio, and Tableau is the one that pays itself the quickest. Because more decisions you make with data, more you actually get more productive, more it actually increases your revenue. It's as simple as that. There is no way that when you utilize more data, your business is not going to grow. And let's actually take a deeper look, because when we actually take data and making decisions based on that, it's not just the top executives that we are talking about here. It's the managers, directors, frontline managers, and as well as the hands-on key people, analysts, developers, salespeople. They are also making hundreds, thousands of decisions every single day based on decisions. To actually make an example from myself, I'm actually a salesperson. I'm not even here. I'm actually right here. But every day, this is how I select how am I going to interact with my customer. I check their data. I check their story. I check their consumption levels. And this is how I actually interact with them. This is how I prioritize my day. And that genuinely makes me more productive. And it's not just me, but 94% of business leaders, they say they need to be more, they need to get more value out of their data. So in most situations, the problem is not to have enough data, but how to use them, how to make them more contextual, how to make them more interactive, more personal, how to make them talk and tell us a story. While actually talking about the story, I want to give you a very short story from myself. Don't worry, I'm going to keep it very, very brief. I have started in Tableau around 4 months ago. And the reason why I actually came to Tableau, because in my previous job, I did use Tableau. So I was actually at your seats. I was in a managerial position, and I did use Tableau to coach my team. I was managing a business development team, so I have checked the LinkedIn messages they sent, the results that they have received. Some people were more talented in sending emails and they got better results in certain regions, whereas some people with calls, with their conversion levels, with their productivity levels, we focused on what we did best. When someone had better success with LinkedIn, this is what we focused. Cold calls, exactly what we did. And in a matter of 1.5 quarter, we actually almost doubled our output. Look, again, we just used the data, nothing else. And our sales development team outperformed all the other teams in EMEA, all other 8 teams. We became number one. I was mesmerized with Tableau, and so much so that I actually trained other teams as well to make better use of Tableau itself, to better use of their data. That's why I'm here, genuinely, because I really, truly believe in Tableau's mission. And I believe we can achieve a lot with you guys as well. So let's move on. We still have lots of things to cover. Tableau was founded 2003. I mean, I know most of you are using Tableau, but for those who just opened their screens, for those who are actually new to Tableau, just as a refresher slide, we were actually opened in 2003, and 2019 it was acquired by Salesforce. And from 2003 to 2019, the vision of the company was to become self-serve analytics, to making sure that people are able to see and understand the data in a much more quickly way. And now we have actually a new vision to incorporate AI into it, to making sure that we have nothing missed, to making sure that you make all the decisions with the best available data. Of course, it's nice to have one mind, 50 minds, but it's better to have all the minds with the power of the AI models. And this is where we are heading. Is there anybody who know what Dreamforce is? I don't see the messages. Ante, can you help me if we are seeing any results?
Just checking. So did work.
Okay.
No messages. So if anyone knows what is Dreamforce, don't be shy. You can answer in the chat or Q&A session, whatever.
So Dreamforce.
We have chat is disabled.
Okay. I just checked, but okay, no worries. So Dreamforce is world's biggest tech event, one of the world's biggest tech events. And it's the one with biggest one for Salesforce. And it was last week. And almost 200,000 people were there. I actually joined there once. It's a massive event. So maybe next year we will be there together. It's a massive, massive, massive event. This is the time that we actually share about Salesforce and Salesforce products vision. And one thing that actually came, and of course, as you can imagine, only thing that people discussed was the AI. The AI is not future, AI is already here, and it is available. And this is what we are going to talk. And this is what I'm going to show you guys as well. First, I want to start with Tableau Pulse. I know the names can be a little bit confusing. Tableau Pulse, Pulse, just like our pulse, our heart rate. Tableau Pulse is available for everyone, for all the cloud customers, regardless of their edition. And I want to highlight, regardless of their edition, they can utilize Pulse. Is there anybody who used Pulse? Maybe our chat is not available, so let's talk about it later on. If you are using Tableau Cloud, you can actually use Pulse and you can incorporate it, you can enable it very, very quickly. What it does is actually it creates a summary for you of your business, of the metrics that you are following. Let's say that you are a salesperson. Of course, the metrics that you would be following would be sales, would be profit, would be operating cost perhaps, would be the pipeline generated, right? Or would be regional revenues. You can actually filter, you can actually follow those, and you can get responses, you can get summaries based on the intervals that you are actually selecting, so that you can actually follow what's happening even without getting into Tableau. You can find them on the emails, you can find them on Slack, so that you can follow your business on the go, even without logging into Tableau in your daily flow of work. That's it. and it's mobile as well, just as everything in Tableau, so that when you have your mobile phone, without actually, when you are on the run, you can just scroll down and you can follow your business. This is very important because this is a feature that enables you with the qualitative matters of Tableau. We always have the quantitative part, but this is the qualitative part. It helps you with your storytelling. And now I want to actually mention two more things very, very quickly. As we said, Tableau Pulse is available for everybody. There are 3 editions of Tableau now: Standard Edition, Enterprise Edition, and Tableau Plus. Like this. We are gonna get there. But Tableau Enterprise Edition, that is the one that has advanced management and data management modules. Until this month, it's a very recent update. There are lots of things that are happening, and this is exactly why we are having this webinar. Until last month, you were able to get data management and advanced management modules as standalone. Now, no more. Now they are all parts of the Enterprise Edition. As we said, there are 3 editions: Standard, Enterprise, and Tableau Plus. Enterprise Editions comes with lots of perks. And this is why it is very, very useful for you to enhance your Tableau performance. It is the best edition so far, and we are actually having lots of upgrade cases. We are having lots of situations where you can enhance your performance at a great level with Tableau Enterprise. Why? Because Tableau Enterprise, it has both data management and advanced management. To give you a very, very quick summary, data management comes with Prep Conductor, which helps you to have incremental refreshes, which helps you to have to automate your flows, to schedule your flows so that you wouldn't do everything manually. B, you can have Tableau Catalog so that you can actually integrate, you can have data cleaning in a much more quicker pace. And also with data policies so that you can have row level management and row level security. You can actually see the connections at a very high level, and you can actually automate lots of things with those. On average, because it actually helps you to refresh, schedule and refresh your extracts in an unlimited way, and it also comes with data module, it is a really good way to enhance your performance. The other one is advanced management, which again, this actually comes with migration tool. It's an amazing thing is when you're migrating from server to cloud with activity log so that you can actually see all the activities regarding Tableau, who actually touched what, who actually edited which workbook or which dashboard. You can see all those things. Plus, you can have 360 way of admin insight data. Again, all data management and advanced management, they are part of the enterprise add-on, enterprise edition. And so this is standard, this is enterprise, and here we have Tableau Plus. Tableau Plus comes with Einstein for Tableau. Einstein is the AI component across all Salesforce products. But Einstein for Tableau is, I think the best way to explain it is if ChatGPT and Tableau had a baby, that would be Einstein for Tableau. You can actually generate insights, you can generate dashboards just by asking, and the system will do it for you. That's it. So Tableau Plus comes with Einstein. It actually comes with some data cloud credit, which is the data lake product of Salesforce. And it also comes with Premier Success, which gives you access to Tableau's own consultants, Tableau's own onboarding team, so that anytime when you have a question, you can actually get there. The response times for Premier Success customers would be 15 minutes. And Tableau Plus customers, with all the privileges that they have, they actually have Premier Success as well. Of course, they also have data management and advanced management, everything that enterprise people already had. With enterprise, you would also have your capacity increased, your data storage, your extract sizes, everything would increase with enterprise edition. Of course, with Tableau Plus, they go even further. Do we have any questions up to this part before we actually move to our demonstration?
Yes, Burak, we do have a question. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Sure.
We have a question from Mr. Dennis. It is a minute ago, so I'm not sure what it is referred to, but I'm sure that you will recognize.
Does
Does
this
this
mean
mean
that
we can't schedule a refresh with the lowest version of Tableau?
with the lowest version of Tableau, you can actually have refresh, but you cannot have the scheduling part. The scheduling part particularly comes with Tableau Enterprise.
Okay, Dennis, I hope that this answers your question. If you need additional answer, feel free. Okay, now he's writing. But it worked until now. Or is this a new feature?
So here is the thing. You can actually refresh. It actually works on a concurrency level. So I'm actually more than happy to help you. I'm actually more than happy to show you on the other side. But until now, you could actually have the refreshing part. You could have the refreshers. You could have incremental refreshers up to certain level as well. But in order to have unlimited incremental refresh, and in order to have scheduling for not just one or two flows, but for all of them, you would actually need data management. So depending on the needs, yes, I would say this data management would be the best one. Until now, it worked. I can understand it. And if your needs are very low, probably it would actually work as well. But depending on the use case, in most situations, to schedule the flows, you would actually need the data management, which is part of enterprise.
Uh, okay, Dennis says thank you. And if you will have additional questions after this session, we will be happy to continue this conversation, and Burak will help you with additional answers. So,
So
Burak,
we are
no
running a
addition.
little bit behind on the time. I'm going to be very, very quick with the
Yeah,
demonstration.
you can continue.
Perfect. So when you enable Tableau Pulse, you all can see my screen in Tableau Pulse, correct?
Yeah, we can see it.
Perfect. So how I actually went into Tableau Pulse, just to go very quickly. This is my main screen of Tableau. I'm sure that you all know Tableau for Tableau Cloud, to be more specific. When I actually go to Tableau Pulse, it actually tells me the metrics that I'm following. If I want to browse metrics, I can browse them here. But those are the metrics that I'm following very quickly. And for the sake of today's demo, I will be wearing the hat of head of sales or sales operations. Of course, as the head of the sales team, what are the things that I care the most? Sales and profit, correct? Yes. So when I actually go to those in my home screen, those are the things that are actually shown to me. I can see that the profits are suffering a little bit, but the sales is up. Of course, that's very interesting because how come that the sales is going up, but the profits are suffering? Interesting case. So I can click into profit. And now I actually see what is happening here exactly. First of all, there's a quality warning because my extract is actually refreshed and it's scheduled at 6 a.m. every day. So it actually tells me that this is the best information up to 6 a.m. today. Nice to know. It shows me the difference between month over month and year over year so that I can see what was it like 1 year ago, 1 month ago. Actually, I'm in down in both situations, especially month over month. I'm significantly down, which is very weird. Then I also see that my profits are stagnant, but it tells that there is an increase expected. So it doesn't only tell me what happened, but it also tells me what is expected to happen, which is great. Again, this is predictive modeling. And when I actually look down here, it also tells me which questions I can ask potentially, right? It already gives me suggestions for questions. So let's say which subcategory, it's actually binders. They're significantly down. Which state? Actually, those three states are good, but some of them are low. So we are going to check this. And if I want to have a breakdown, I see that it's the central region who is having the least profits. It's actually quite curious. Now, of course, as a sales manager, I want to understand what is it, what are the possible reasons, and how can I prevent this? Ready? Let's work on it. So first of all, I go back to the main dashboard where all this data was actually taken from. This is my sales dashboard. And when I actually check the central, which is all red, it tells me that the binders are significantly down in profit. Whereas the other regions, they seem quite okay. It's only the central that is low, but central is actually a quite big region. So let's drill into it, shall we? Because I have the component, I want to start with data guide. I want first the data to tell me its own story. And it tells me that there is a low in profit, and especially on the central region, it's by minus 42K. It's actually quite high, to be honest. And if I click into it, I see that the state who is the worst is Texas, minus 222K. Oh my God, that's actually pretty bad. And so let's go for a second. One thing that actually really interesting is discounts. I'm sure you can all relate to this. If the sales are high, but the profits are down, what else it could be? Of course, it's discounts. I see that the average discount level is actually 23%. I believe that could be relevant to our profit reduction. What do you think, guys? So let's drill into it a little bit more, shall we? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a report to see. Yes, I'm going to create a report, sorry, a workbook with Einstein. Of course, it tells me how to use it. Okay. So show me a map for profitability. As you see, no, not even drag and drop, no, nothing. I just write it and it tells me the answers. And here we go. It already gave me the answer. Let's actually add some color into it. Of course, Texas is actually doing pretty bad. As you remember, the central region was actually quite wide, but it is actually the Texas that is the problem. Okay, so we figured out the location. Now it's time to understand which product family within this state is actually creating the bigger problem, shall we? Okay, so now let's go to different one. Show me orange discounts. Let's see. Okay. So that actually shows me where we are losing the most profit in what subcategory. And as you can see, once again, the binders are actually doing pretty bad because we are giving a really high number of discount. Look at this. On average, we are actually giving 80% discount here, which is really, really worrying. So I want to see one thing though. Are we actually, have we been doing this as a trend? Did we always give very high discounts? Maybe there was a time that giving high discounts were actually profitable, or did we actually start this practice very recently? So let's drill into this as well. Show me one chart of monthly average discount. With profitability in color. Okay, now I understand. Now it actually tells me that usually our profitability level is around 25%. The moment that we actually give more than 25%, we are not profitable anymore. On average, I would say. There were times that our profitability levels were higher or lower. And I see that our average discount levels is actually not that bad. So it shouldn't be a problem normally. But filter to binders, of course, in the state of Texas. Now actually see what's happening. Oh my God. This means that we have always been giving 80% of discounts throughout the years. This is the average. And this is what makes us extremely unprofitable. So as the salesperson, now I'm finally figure out what is the main problem. And now what I actually what I can do is I can actually create a metric to make sure that I get notifications every time somebody's creating discounts over 80%. And you can do it in Tableau. Let's do it. So let's go back to our polls. Actually, we can do it from here as well. Let's create on data guide. So on data guide, there is an option of creating a new metric. I can say discount. Then I can actually add the category, even the subcategory. And of course, the state. By the way, I keep saying Texas, but you can adapt for yourself. You can say Zagreb, Ljubljana, it's all up to you. And then it will tell me when I actually save this definition from now on, then it is going to, you can actually select how much above what percentage you want to create. For example, instead of number, I can actually use the percentage, etc. Then it can give me exactly every time somebody is giving me over 80% discount, I'm going to receive a warning, and we will make sure that this will not happen ever again. And we did all those things in how many minutes? In less than 10 minutes, I believe, with Einstein. So
Yeah, you did great. And we have one question regarding Einstein from the registered attendee who lost its connection. For Einstein discovery, do we need other licenses?
yes, for Einstein, you would actually need Tableau Plus licenses.
Thank you.
This is actually, as we said, there are 3 editions: Tableau Standard, Tableau Enterprise, and Tableau Plus. Tableau Plus is the one that has the Einstein capabilities. If you have questions, or if you have Einstein curiosities, questions, if you want to see more of it, if you want to evaluate, let's talk more, because this is a new product. It became live around 4 or 5 months ago. We actually offer some flexibility around it in terms of terms and conditions. So any questions, I'm more than happy to respond. I have a question from Filip Loncharic. Very quickly, I can answer that. Hello, guys. I have a question regarding you. Where does Tableau Einstein draw its data calculations? How does this database need to be arranged and formatted? Philip, thank you very much for the question. That's a great question. You can actually, whatever arrangement you have for Tableau, you can actually keep it that way. It doesn't have to be in a very particular arrangement. The moment you actually connect your Tableau, the moment you set up your Tableau, which is very quick. And if you have any questions, I'm sure that the people at Intelligentsia, they can help you. But it doesn't actually require any particular arrangement. Tableau Einstein, then it's going to study your input in Tableau, your connections, your integrations, and then it's going to give you the data model that you need. And the best thing about Tableau's AI models is that your data never leaves Tableau. It is never shared with third parties, not even our second parties, because all the data modeling that we do, it's done in a masked way. So even Salesforce or Tableau, we don't have access to any of your data. Your data is all yours. And in order to create that model, you don't need to have any particular formatting. Hope that answers your question.
Great.
Okay, one provocative question. What is the number one advantage of Tableau over Power BI? Amazing questions. There are many of them, but I would say the first one that comes to my mind, which is Power BI doesn't actually offer on-premise solutions. We do. Tableau's integrations with other tools like Google Looker Studio or AWS are quite problematic because of there is direct competitors, whereas when it comes to Tableau, it's agnostic. I'm saying this, but Microsoft is actually our partner, and so is AWS, so is Google Cloud. This is the power of Tableau. And last but not least, we offer by far the most integration capabilities and also data visualization, actually. And one more thing, I mean, you asked me because I actually keep saying, when you need to create a mobile visualization on Power BI, you need to do all these dashboards all over again, every single one of them, even the workbook. Whereas with Tableau, you don't have to do it. Everything that you create with Tableau, it's already shared, published on mobile by default. Sorry, I'm saying this because I actually did use Tableau BI in the past as well. I actually used Tableau more than I used Power BI more than I used Tableau, but I fell in love with Tableau. Perhaps one issue we are having, perhaps it's funny, but where will we be rounded corners in the charts? Sometimes rounded corners in the charts. That's a great question. Let's talk about this. Again, if you actually have such questions, if you have this kind of recommendations, if you are not part of the Tableau community, you are more than welcome to join. And there are a lot of features, a lot of visualizations that Tableau has implemented by the feedbacks that posted on that community. So any feedbacks, any ideas, you're more than welcome to share it on the community. They are taken very, very seriously, guys.
Yes.
So with that, we came to the end of our webinar. It was lovely to meet you all. It was lovely to be host this morning. Thanks again for dedicating this time and hope to see you again very soon.
Yeah, thank you, Burak. This is our first Tableau webinar in the session of a few webinars that we plan to attend, that we plan to host. And I hope that you will all register also in other sessions that will be held. That's it also from my end. Thank you for participating, especially in the quiz and in Q&A sessions. I hope that you all received the answers that you expected. And this is it from us. I would like to privatize this moment. We have a huge announcement regarding Poslovna Inteligencija. As from tomorrow, we are completely changing our brand. Also, we are changing our name. So follow us on LinkedIn and other social networks. It will be published in media. So we are still here under another name and another visualization, but same experts, same people, and same energy. Thank you all once again for joining. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I wish you all a successful week.
Thank you, guys. Hvala. I hope I'm not butchering. Vidimo se uskoro, which means see you soon. I hope.
Great.
Perfect. Thank you very much, guys. Hvala. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.